Well, hello, Move Easy Movers. Welcome to Move Easy Yoga with Kathy. Today is, it's already the middle of August. It's Saturday, August 17th, or whatever day you're watching this video. So for today's class, for props, you'll want your trusty chair and then 2 blocks. We're going to do the progressive hip opener. And that's about it. The focus is going to be on hips and core. Hips and core. That's where I need it the most. I don't know about you. So we're going to start in our regular manner with supine static rest, legs on a chair or couch or box. And I'm just going to quickly review here. You want to make sure that whatever you've got your legs on, your lower legs are parallel to the floor. Your hips are a few inches away from the base of whatever you're resting your legs on. So they're at neutral. You've got the natural curve in your back. Your shoulders are relaxed. You have something under your head if you choose. Arms are wherever you want them to be. If you want to open up your chest, not everybody can do this. You can do cactus arms on the floor. And if you're doing this, you can always put something under your arms if it's not so easy to do that. We're going to be here. We're putting our lower back in traction. We're going to be here for 7 minutes. This is a very relaxing pose. I love this pose. So here we go. Okay, time is up. Stay where you are. If you choose, you can press or roll your tongue to the roof of your mouth. It tightens your chin. We're going to slowly move our head from right to left, cervical rotation. Now again, and you can choose not to do this if you want, but you can do it with breath. When your head is to the side, you're exhaling. And then inhale slowly as you move your head to the other side, and then exhale. And then inhale as you're moving your head, and exhale. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. When I do this with breath, I'm learning that I'm more aware of what I'm doing, and I do it. It slows me down. And of course, I lost count. I'll do it one more time. Okay. Good job. Now, the next thing we're doing is vagus nerve reset. We're all familiar with this, but let me just review it. Our head is stationary, just our eyes are moving. So we start, excuse me, the thought of it makes me yawn. So we start by our eyes are straight ahead looking at the ceiling, just our eyes move to the right. We're trying to activate our vagus nerve on the right side of our skull. So just the eyes move to the right. Wait for some kind of reaction, a sigh, swallow, yawn, gulp. I had one gal tell me that it was just a feeling of release, like, I have another gal that's been working on it for months and hasn't felt anything. So if you don't feel anything, don't worry about it. It does take practice. So, sorry, give it a minute or so and then come back to center. Excuse me. Now, if you are yawning or sighing or gulping, make sure you finish it. Don't rush it. Then you come back to center and then move just your eyes to the left and wait for some reaction. Now, go ahead and do this twice on each side at your own pace without my cueing. And I'll give you a couple of minutes. Okay, finish up. The next thing we're doing is head ramping. Now, what we're trying to do is reverse text neck. If you're like me, I'm a techie. I'm always looking down at my devices. and my head is bent forward, which is not a natural place. So we want to take our occipital ridge, the bony part between our ears, runs along the scalp line, and press it away from our body. You can do this sitting up if you choose. Since we're lying on the mat, we're going to press our occipital ridge towards the floor. Now you can leave whatever you have behind your head, your washcloths, your pillow, or you can put something back there, a sponge ball. I like therapy balls just because I can really feel it. And I'm putting them right at the occipital ridge. So what we're going to do is we're going to press, and the chin comes. We're going to make a double chin, hold, and then release. And this may cause another reaction like we did with the vagus nerve, because we're still working on the vagus nerve. Press, hold, and release. And there comes that yawn. Yep. Okay. Press, hold, and release 3 more times. Press, hold, and release. Press, hold, and release. And one last time. Make it a good one. Press, hold, and release. You can do that when you're sitting in a meeting, when you're standing in line at the grocery store, driving, preferably at a stoplight. It's not very noticeable, so people aren't going to stare at you, but it's a good thing to do. Keep yourself. And what I've learned is that when you look down too much, you create a hump on the back of your neck that's not very good. So we want to prevent that. Okay, for our breathing exercise today, we're doing my favorite, which is square breathing. Now, I've been reading up on this too, and some people do square breathing to the count of 5. And if you want to do that, you can. I do it to the count of 4 just because I like the number 4, I guess. I don't know. But you can actually do it to whichever length you choose. You can do it to 3 if you want. But basically, square breathing is you inhale, you hold, and you exhale, and you hold. Whether it's the count of 4, 5, 7, 12, doesn't matter. It's even breaths, holding at the top with breath in and holding at the bottom with breath out. So we are going to do it to the count of 4. If you do it to a different count, that's fine too. So what we're going to do, we're going to do 3 in a row. So we'll go inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to do these 3 in a row again. So let's go ahead. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Again, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Again, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Release. The idea behind these breathing exercises and these warm-ups are to relax our nervous system. And the breathing exercises are part of that. Sometimes if I have trouble sleeping, I will do that and it just relaxes me. Okay. The next thing we're doing is vacuum. You can leave your legs on your chair if you choose, or you can move away from your chair or move your chair away from you. Whichever you choose. Now, as far as the shape you take, we're going to be working on our pelvic floor. You can take whatever shape works for you. I used to extend my legs, but I found that this is center pose right here. Knees bent, feet flat works for me better, but it's whatever works for you. Again, we're working on our pelvic floor. If you've had a child or you're over the age of 60, you could have some urinary incontinence. I know I do. So when I do this, this really helps me. So what we're going to do is take a normal inhale and then exhale everything out of our lungs and empty our lungs. At the same time, we're going to flatten our back against the floor. Push your belly button down towards the floor so everything's flat. That tightens your pelvic floor. And we're going to hold that with our air out for the count of 10 and then release. We'll do it 3 times. So normal inhale and then exhale everything out of your lungs. Empty your lungs. Flatten your back. Press your belly button down. Create your vacuum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Give yourself a minute to get your normal breath back. Okay. Normal inhale through the nose. Exhale everything out of your lungs. Empty your lungs. Flatten your back. Create your vacuum. Hold your hair out. Your air out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. All right. Give it a minute and then we'll do it one more time. Okay. Normal inhale. Normal exhale, except you're emptying your lungs. Hold your air out. Create your vacuum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Okay. Good job. I'm just going to move my chair here. There we go. So while we're here on our back, let's do some wide leg windshield wipers. Just warm up our hips a little bit. We're going to do these for actually 1 minute, 1 full minute. So you want to go slow because we're just warming up. You don't need to come all the way down to the floor. Just sacrum edge to sacrum edge. So maybe a third of the way down. Moving slowly with breath. So again, these side to side movements, inhale when you're up, exhale when you go to the side, inhale as you move up, exhale as you go to the side. If you want, you can come down further, but only if you feel okay with it. It's like I say, we're just warming up. We don't want to pull anything. And that's 1 minute. There we go. Now, the next movement we're going to do is a figure 4 movement. So I'm going to start on my right. You can start on whichever leg you want. When you are doing a figure 4, you want to make sure your feet are hip width apart. You want to make sure you pull your knee back as far as possible before you place it on the opposite leg. You don't want to be just twisting it up here. That's bad for the knee. So if you're in a figure 4 position, then what we're going to do is we're going to lean towards the bent knee as far as is comfortable for you, and then bring it back. And then lean down again. And again, we'll be doing this for 1 minute and slowly. So just lean over as far as is comfortable and then bring it back. You're going to feel this in your hip, but it's a good warm up. Just the one direction towards the higher bent knee. And then down. And again, you can do this with breath. Exhale, inhale, or inhale, exhale, whichever. But I do the exhale when I'm moving. And inhale. I'm feeling it really deep in my hip flexor. We move slow so our brain registers what we're doing. And the muscles have time to adjust. Okay, that was 1 minute. Okay, go ahead and bring that foot down. And we're going to do the other foot. Remember to pull your knee back and then place it on the opposite. And again, now 1 minute of slow movement, moving towards the bent. Your lower foot's going to come to the side, depending on how far you're going. You may find you can go further on one side than the other. That's perfectly natural. We're more flexible. I'm more flexible on my left side. I don't know why. Even though I'm right dominant, it's weird. So just go till you feel that first pull. Your hip's going to come up. We're moving slowly. Inhale as you come up, or exhale. Just do it with breath. And 1 minute. That goes by fast. Okay. Put that knee down and that foot down. Excuse me. And the third in this triplet is another warm up for the hips. And it's just bent, very simple movement. Bent knee, leg lifts. You keep the same bend in your knee and just lift the leg to tabletop and then come back down. And then lift the other leg and come back down. So again, 1 minute. Up and then down. Keeping the same bend in your leg. Keeps it up to tabletop and then down. Alternate legs. Moving slowly. Yeah, you know, I had a birthday recently, and since my birthday, my hip's been hurting. Thank you, universe, for that birthday present. So I've been working on a lot of stretches, hip stretches. It's like every year something else hurts. Such is life. That's why we move, right? To keep the pain at a minimum. You gotta laugh. Otherwise, you're gonna cry. Well, and this is why I do this, so I don't hurt. Okay, that was 1 minute. Very good, guys. Let's go, come on up to sitting. Any way you like. Take your time. We're going to do our regular stretches that we do to warm up our body. So we're going to start with, I need to set my timer. We're going to start with the side bend. So you can sit cross-legged if you choose. You can also sit legs out if you choose, bound ankle. I think for this movement, though, cross-legged is the best if you can do that. Now, if you have trouble sitting cross-legged, sit on a block, sit on a pillow, sit on a meditation cushion. I have one in here. Something to raise your, on a bolster, something to raise your hips. That makes it easier. We're going to start by okay, get your timers straight. There we go. We're going to start by sliding our handle on the mat. The other arm comes up and over. And just be aware of where you're feeling this. I'm feeling this all up my side. Keep both hip bones, sits bones on the floor. Now take that upper arm and lower it till your elbow's right across from your face and reach with that arm. Reach, reach, reach. You'll be feeling a different stretch. Again, just be aware under the arm and down the back. We're stretching our lats. Very important muscles. Arm up, torso up. Okay. Other side. Hand along the mat. Other arm comes up and over. This is just a good stretch in itself. Make sure both sits bones are on the floor. Now take that upper arm and lower it. The elbow's right across from your face and reach for that wall with that arm. And as you reach, you're going to feel that stretch under your arm, down your back. I feel it all the way down to my hip. Good stretch. Yes, yes. Arm up, torso up. All right. Now we're going to stretch our thoracic back. That's our where we keep a lot of stress. It's your bra strap up to your shoulders. If you want, you can switch your legs. So how we do this is left hand on right knee or whichever. Your other hand is behind you on your fingertips. This is your support. And you rotate your shoulders to the short end of the mat. Keeping your back straight. Keep your chin level. We're stretching our thoracic back in rotation. Now you can move your head from right to left, cervical rotation if you choose, like we did when we were lying down, or you can move your rib cage back and forth. I don't recommend doing both at once, one at a time. I prefer the head. That's just me. Or you can just be looking in that direction and just enjoy the stretch. All right, 40 seconds. Come on around. Now the other side. Right hand on left knee. Other arm is behind you on your fingertips. Rotate your shoulders. Keeping your back straight. Chin level. And again, you've got your options. Or you can just be in this position and enjoy the stretch. Be aware of where you're feeling this. This is a very good opening stretch for the thoracic, the T part of your back. All right, come on around. The reason we hold these poses is so, again, so our brain registers what our body is doing and it gives it time to relax into the stretch. So for the third in this triplet, we're going to do arms because this is probably the only arm thing we're going to do today. And we're going to do V arms. We're going to come back and put both hands behind our neck or behind our head. Now you want to make sure you're sitting up straight and your eyes are forward. You're not slunched over, and then straight and come back. This works the under part of your arms. And I don't know about you, but I need to work on it down there. So we're going to do that for a full minute again. And do it at your own pace. So out and in and out and in. Just do it as slow or as fast as you choose. You don't have to keep up with me. You want to make sure your elbows are as high as possible. But I've been doing this and I've been working with my stretchy band, and I've noticed that my arms tend to be tightening up a little. So that's a good thing. So this works your arms, your shoulders. Whenever your back is straight, make sure your chin is level with the floor. And again, you just go at your own pace. Don't have to go fast. In fact, it's better if you go slow. And that's it. 1 minute. Not so hard. All right, boy, that felt good. Let's do some shoulder rolls. Wow. Okay. So, as I said, we're going to do the figure 4 progressive routine. So we're going to need our blocks. Oh, I need 2 blocks. What am I thinking? I just got one out. Just bear with me. They're in my bag. Oh, goodness. Now, they don't have to be the thick blocks. They can be the thinner blocks, whatever works for you. I happen to like the thicker blocks, but it's a personal preference. Now, there are several levels to this exercise. Whenever you feel that the level we're doing is not good for you, you stay at the level you're comfortable with. Not everybody can do all the movements, and don't feel bad, it takes practice. So, but we're going to be on our back. You want to make sure you have head support if you need it. And we're going to be holding each position for 30 seconds. So let me get my right timer going. Oops, 30 seconds. So the first position, and I'm going to start on my right. You can start on whichever leg you choose. But the first position is just basically pulling the knee back and doing a figure 4. Basic, like we did earlier. 30 seconds. Now you can, if you choose, gently press on your knee. This will help stretch the muscles in your hip. You can also, on the raised foot, you can rotate your ankle, point and flex your foot. You can do that with the lower foot. 30 seconds is not that long. Already done. Now, level 2, you put a block under your lower foot. Okay, so this leg is raised a little higher. So 30 seconds. Again, this might be, I have short arms, so now my knee is closer and I can press it a little bit further. I can still rotate my ankle or point and flex my foot. Or just, for some people, this is the level you stay at. Again, stay at whatever level works for you. because we're going to be doing several more levels. And that's 30 seconds. The next level is a second brick. I have to come down to do this. So if you had to come down like me, you want to be, again, very careful. You've got one foot on the brick, pull the knee back, and then place it on the opposite knee, 30 seconds. Here we are. So again, this may be too much for you, and that's fine. Stay with the one brick or block. Whatever works for you. Everybody is different levels. But this is a bit harder to do. You can also move the foot that's on the brick. And there we are. Okay, now we're done with the blocks for now. The next movement, and you can use a strap for this, is hands behind the thigh. This brings your bent leg way up. And again, anytime this is not a good move for you, don't feel obligated. Here we are. At this point, I get rid of my head support. Here we are, 30 seconds. Feel like a pretzel yet? We're not even done. So I'm really feeling it. So you can rock back and forth at this point because you're off the blocks. You can now, both feet are in the air. You can rotate both ankles. You can point and flex both feet. And that's 30 seconds right there. Now, the last one is very difficult. So not everybody can do it. And again, you want to be careful, but it's putting your hands on the outside of your shin. So here we go, 30 seconds. Now you really feel like a pretzel. And again, you can rock back and forth. I really feel this now. This is a good stretch. Point and flex. Rotate ankles. It's 30-second hold. And that's it. Unwrap yourself. Oh, okay. Now we're going to do the other side. Are we having fun yet? Okay. All righty. So I'm trying to get this so you can see my legs. Okay. So level 1, lift up the leg, bring the knee back as far as possible before you place it on the opposite knee. 30 seconds. So remember your options. You can always sway back and forth if you choose, or not. Gently, if you have knee issues, do not do this, but gently push your knee away. When you do that, you will feel it, at least I do, in my hip flexor. And that was 30 seconds. Okay. So level 2, one block under the foot. Let's try this again. 30 seconds. Okay. Remember, you've got options with your foot up here, your foot down here, gently pushing your knee so you feel that in your lower hip. And rocking back and forth. All right, that was 30 seconds. Now for the second block, I have to come all the way down for this. So, foot on the block, Other knee comes back and then up. You can stay on one block if you're more comfortable. Here we are. It's a little bit higher. I can reach my knee easier because it's closer to me now. And at this point, if you want to do the toe handshake, you can do that. Personally, I just like I like pushing on my foot to stretch the upper part of it. Okay. So now we're done with the bricks. And again, you can use a strap. We're going to go behind the thigh. 30 seconds. Here we go. Both legs in the air. Rotating ankles, pointing and flexing, wiggling your toes, saying hi, toes. And you can use a strap here again. That was 30 seconds. And then the last one, again, you can always use a strap. So your hands are on the outside of your calf. At this point, my elbow is against my left knee, so I can use my elbow to press on the knee, push it away. But also moving your feet. And oh yeah. Okay. Time to unwind. Oh, all right. Good job. You did it. Wow. Good job, guys. Okay, let's do some windshield wipers just to kind of feel our hips back the way they were. They were all twisted. I felt like a pretzel. Okay. Now, I always have more written down than we can do, but we are going to do one standing thing. So go ahead and come up to your feet. We're going to do standing on one foot. I need to put my floor down, so just bear with me for a second. I don't have I just have carpet, so I have a floor that I put down. You'll want to be hanging onto something, either your chair or a wall or something. Because this is a balancing pose, but you always want some kind of support. So we're going to be standing on one foot. Now, just to review, when you have one foot up, it can be in this position. You can have it resting on the other foot in front or in back. You can also have it like this. Some people find that a little easier. Also, when you are doing this, do not look at the camera, look straight ahead, focus on something that is not moving, and see if we can do this for 1 minute. If you need to come down, fine, and then come back up. I call that tap dancing, and that's perfectly fine. So we're going to do the right and then the left. So here we go, 1 minute. And I can't do this and talk, so I'm going to be silent. keep looking around. Okay, there we go. 1 minute is a little long. I think I'll do 30 seconds next time we do this. Okay. So other leg, again, you've got your options. You can also always do the tree pose, you know. That's what we're working up to. And if you do that tree pose, make sure your foot's either below your knee or above your knee, never on your knee. So again, 1 minute. Now, if you're like me, you'll find out that one leg is stronger than the other. And that's my other leg. So I don't know if I'll be able to do this, but okay, here we go. Okay, 1 minute. That is a long time. Okay. Um okay, we're going to do one more thing before Yoga Nidra that I really wanted to do today. And it's a standing affirmation. So, the star pose is the pose of self-esteem. And the star pose is legs apart, arms apart. So you're like an X. This is the star pose. So what we're going to do is we're going to do star, and we're going to hug ourselves, and then star and hug ourselves. As we do this, I have gifts to give. I have gifts to receive. I have gifts to give. I have gifts to receive. I have gifts to give. I have gifts to receive. I have gifts to give. I have gifts to receive. So we all have gifts to give and receive. Okay, that's it for today. Go ahead and get ready for Yoga Nidra, 61-point guided meditation. Find a comfortable position, preferably lying down, but you don't have to be. You can be sitting. You might want to cover your eyes, wrap yourself in a blanket. Make sure that you're either warm enough or cool enough, as the case may be. I'm going to lead you through a 61-point guided meditation. Works deeply on your nervous system and balances your energies. Allow your awareness to flow to the points that I mentioned without moving any part of your body. Begin with your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Observe your abdomen as it rises and falls with the gentle flow of your breath. Now bring your awareness to the center of your eyebrows, center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This concludes the 61-point guided meditation. Begin to wiggle and stretch. Stretch your legs out if they're bent. Stretch your arms above your head. Stretch one side and then the other, and then both. Try to increase the space between your rib cage and your hips. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. First one way, and then the other. Oh, excuse me. Now bring your right knee up to your chest. Hold it there for a minute. Thank you, knee, for everything you do, holding me up. Straighten that leg out. Take your left knee and hold it to your chest. Thank you, knee, for supporting me. Straighten that leg out. Now bring both knees up. Hold them and slowly rock back and forth, feeling that massage on your lumbar spine. That always feels good. And when you're ready, roll to one side or the other. Doesn't matter, using your lower arm as support for your head. We're going to take our gratitude minute here. You're taking 1 minute to just relax. Pat yourself on the back. You did something for you today. Be grateful for that. Think of 3 things you're grateful for today. It's always nice to start the day with a grateful heart. I'm grateful for you guys joining me. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be doing this. Okay. If you wish, you can come on up to sitting. For Namaste, I'm going to remove my spotlight. You can unmute yourself. Hands at your heart. I want to thank you for joining me today again. It's always a pleasure. Let's go ahead and end the class by saying to each other, Namaste.
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 Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you,
Thank you,
guys.
Ken.
Yeah.
Thank you.